Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. My name is Paul. Today we're going to be talking about if this is indeed a crypto reset. We got a massive flush, a massive drop just the other day. We want to talk about that. I want to tell you about my situation and how I went through it, so maybe you can learn the process, how we big boys handle these recessions. We just like this guy. Just kidding. All right, I'll tell you how I went through it as well. We'll be talking about altcoins. We'll be talking about Bitcoin. I will be answering your questions in the chat. Now, I'm a bit slow today. Because last night I kind of had like a small little party, like a birthday party, because of my birthday a few days ago. So I had the party yesterday. And while there was nothing crazy, just about 6 people having fun talking for a lot of hours, yeah, I had a drink, but like I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit groggy, okay? So forgive me, I might not be able to articulate myself today, but let's get straight to the point. I am drinking coffee, even though it's 7 o'clock p.m. I am drinking coffee so I can wake up. Tell me what you're drinking, where you're from. I'm seeing people in the chat already. I will be answering your questions soon, okay? So let's have a look what's going on with Bitcoin here. So no, before I do that, let's talk a little bit about what happened, and I'll show you the charts and show you how the factor line actually called this, how I was supposed to call this, but I missed it, because let's admit things. But let me tell you what was going on at the time of this flush, because we had a massive flush. We had a massive. We had the most liquidations ever in crypto. I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but during COVID, we had 1.2 billion 1.2 billion liquidations. During FTX, it was 1.4 billion in liquidations. This time it was 9.4 billion in liquidations. I don't know if you can fathom how harsh this was. A lot of people got wrecked. We're talking about people with 2-3x leverage got wrecked, including myself. My leverage trades, poof, they've gone, right? They vanished, never to be seen again. My bots, poof, they've gone. Don't even talk about stop loss. A lot of those didn't even hit. So the question is, the thing is, we had the biggest liquidation event, and to be quite honest, it wasn't that bad. No, seriously, it wasn't that bad. I don't know why no one's talking about this. Okay, it was bad. A lot of people got wrecked. A lot of people got completely annihilated. But you have to understand, this was what? Bitcoin went down 10%? Maybe a little bit more. Altcoins went down 50, 60, 70%. We talked about this before. That's why I always say have half of your portfolio in Bitcoin. But, it wasn't that bad. It went down to 101K. And now we're back on track. And while this may continue and we could be going down, it could be the beginning of a bear market, I don't think that's the case at all. I think this actually reset and will give us a chance to go up. Don't forget that 20, 30, even 40% dumps happen in crypto in bull markets. And we're talking about this for quite a while. It just looked very severe because a lot of people got liquidated and destroyed. So let's talk about it real quick, and let's talk about what happened, when it happened, and so on. So this is the factor line. This is my indicator, by the way. This is built for me. It's built the way I trade, and yeah, this is part of my course. Don't want to talk about that right now, but this is part of my course, Invest, Trade, and Think, like the Crypto Factor. So I'm just going to leave that for you there so you can see it. But give me a second here, because I just noticed something with my screen over here. I'm not going to talk about my course, don't worry. I just want to make sure. I think this is, let me just see something. Yeah, so let me unlock this, because I noticed this in my videos. For some strange reason, my desktop is not performing how it's supposed to. And I don't know if I can fix it right now. Anyway, I guess I can't fix it right now. Yeah, I can't fix this right now. But generally speaking, it's, I digress. Where was I? So yeah, the factor line, right? This is just annoying, the way that there's a bar around here. No one probably would have noticed if I didn't say this, but it's pissing me off. But anyway, And there must be a way to fix this. I just don't. Oh, there you go. There you go. Sorry, guys, but I have this issue. Like, I can't take it when things are a little bit off. I go crazy. Anyway, so go back. So let me turn the factor line here. Let me turn this off. So as you can see, if we are looking at the 4 hour, we had this topping formation of here. Factor line turned gold, but look what happened right here. If we zoom in, this candle here, this was when the factor line turned red, and it confirmed it on this candle. So even if you came out on this candle, you should have been out of crypto from 119,000 all the way to 116,000. You should be taking profits over here. And these two lines right above, this is when I was saying when we broke under 120, I said that if we break under 117,000, we're gonna go down, and if 112 hits, we're probably gonna go down to the low hundreds. So we made the call. It's just, I did not know how severe it's going to be, but the factor line showed it to you. It told you hard sell there. It turned red. So here's the issue. The issue is that as 117,000 broke, liquidation started. I was actually converting into altcoins. That night and the night before, I was converting most of my portfolio. I was getting out of altcoins and putting them into strong altcoins because I saw this coming. But I said to myself, okay, I was tired. It was late at night. I'll leave it till Monday. And then all of a sudden, in real time, I saw this shit happening. So I was too late to close longs. I was too late to stop leverage. I wanted to do that on Monday as well, because I wanted to see if we come back up and break that resistance. If it was a snap and crack. I like working snap and cracks. I wanted to see that 17K was resistance. If it was resistance, we'd get out. So no one acted on this. Almost no one acted on this. I was pretty lucky in the sense that I got into strong altcoins. I got a lot into Zcash, a lot into ASA. I was talking to my group. In my group, I was saying, get out of this, I got out of this, I got out of this. I was making posts into this. I was consolidating for the last leg up so I can take profits, but also so I can protect my portfolio. That's what I was doing. But I got hit as well. So this came down. We went all the way down here to 109K. And on some exchanges, it was actually 101K. This actually, we're supposed to look USDT because this is the... There you go. That's better. Look at this. 101K. Factor line told you to get out right here at 119 to 116,000. And we kept on going down all the way down here to 102K. And the funny thing is, we were talking about this. I was talking about this with a client. I was actually expecting us to like maybe go down to 112 and look at that. But ultimately, this is what happened. We went all the way down here. We fucking went down, okay? Fast and hard. And if we go to the daily here, you can also see it on the daily. This was massive. Look at this, right? Here was the line, 117K, my line in the sand, right? And then boom, all the way down here. It was insane. This was insane, all right? Now, of course, altcoins, bloodbath. Everything was a bloodbath. A lot of people crying. A lot of shit happened. The thing is that this is normal in bull markets. Yes, it's normal in bull markets. And the funny thing is that you know how everyone's looking for, oh my God, what happened? Oh, Trump tweeted this. Trump did this. That's why it cascaded up with more different other news. Guys, the factor line actually called this before the news came out. Why? Because somebody took a trade. Somebody took a trade. They bought, what was it? They bought like a few $100 million. They made a couple of billion, a few billion from this trade. They shorted the market half an hour before the announcement. But we saw this in the charts. We just didn't act on it. We just didn't act on it. So this is what I'm talking about. That's someone. I always say there's news for the masses and news for the classes. This was news for the classes. We don't get the news for the classes. We get the news for the masses when it's too late or is irrelevant when everyone's scrambling to look at news. News for the masses and news for the classes. This is why I'm telling you, TA works better than news. Don't trade on news. Anyway, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. Does that make sense? So we got that massive pullback, but I don't think this is the end. I think this is actually ultimately good for the market. A lot of altcoins went down a lot of shit got down even more, and we saw which coins were strong. And it just so happens the coins I got into, converted into from my group, and you can look at this in my group. If you read, you'll see that people were saying, thank you, Paul, I was converting into this coin, so my portfolio didn't take as big a hit. It took a hit, but not as big as a hit. Because why? I'll tell you why. And I have to rant a little bit. I have to call some people out here. You're not gonna like it, but I gotta call you out, man. Look, when I was talking about Aster, people were making fun of me. I called it 44 cents. It went all the way to $2. All the way to $2. People was like, oh, you're talking stupid shit, you're talking stupid. It went all the way to $2. Then people bought and it dumped, right? Well, a few days ago, what coin was I talking about in live streams and in videos? This one right here, what if Zcash? Boom, Zcash. If you actually watch this video, by the way, Zcash also in this video, right? But this video here. So 2 days ago and 6 days ago and in live streams and so on, I was talking about Zcash, telling it's very powerful. It's not going to slow down. And everybody in the comments, most people in this video as well. Now Zcash is going parabolic. You can see people saying it's already gone up. Where is it? This guy was okay. He was cool. But there was this one guy. There's a few guys in here saying that this guy's an idiot. I will talk about this guy in a second. But there's a few people here saying that Zcash is, we only hear about it after the pump. Geez, thanks. Well, it's not my fault he saw this yesterday and not, before that. It's not my fault. Look, haha, you are funny. Zcash, after that run, what did your Aster do? Did you give any money back? Dude, I made more money than you're going to make in 6 months on Aster. Maybe even a year, depending on how much you make. Okay, on Aster. I called it 44 cents, went all the way to $2. Now sitting at what? 1.5, 1.3? Doesn't matter. It's up. Okay? Plus, we take profits usually. Now, I didn't take profits on Aster. I still have my position. I actually bought more while it was coming down. But that's beside the point, okay? But I'm still in profits, man. But look at this guy. Haha, you are funny. Zcash after the run. What about your Zcash? Yeah, Zcash after my. What about this? Man, this data. This is already out of date. This guy already. This guy, and I like this guy. I know him. Dude, it already ran up. There's no point of you making this video. And over here, Paul, please don't become like other YouTubers. This guy calling me a scammer and so on. Did you see the price action of Zcash? It was the only one that held up. Went down a little bit, then went all-time highs after everything was down at the bottom. And now, it went up even higher, broke those highs, now came down to about $250, but ultimately I think it's going to go up even more. Yes, I was talking about Zcash, and most of my portfolio was in Zcash. Believe it or not, it was my second biggest coin at that point. My second biggest. So I protected most of my portfolio. My group protected most of their portfolio. My clients, my one-on-one coaching protected most of their portfolio. And people laughing at the comments, not understanding, why would I say, I tell you not to get into coins that pump, not to chase the pump all the time. If I'm telling you, look, this is breaking out, it looks powerful, I'm doing a breakout, I'm going to be playing the breakouts, this is going to be amplified. Like when I'm being so persistent, there is a reason. Why would the crypto factor not have a reason? We're talking about the crypto factor here, in third person. When the crypto factor talks in third person, it means it knows what the fuck it's talking about. All right, so Zcash, very powerful. Let me turn on the air conditioning, but it's getting a bit hot in here. We'll answer your questions in a second and talk a little bit. I'm going to actually give you a couple of coins I think are going to do very well, by the way. I'm going to give you 2 altcoins. A little risky, but I think they're going to do very well. And I'm going to give you some more advice in just 1 second. Not financial advice. Just what I'm doing that you can take as advice if you want, but it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously, the disclaimer's in the description down below. Make sure you read that disclaimer. So Bitcoin right now, 113,000, already up from that 101,000 dump, okay? So Bitcoin right now, on the factor line, it's gold, right? And it's continuing to be gold. As a matter of fact, even when we had this dump, it didn't tell you to get out. Why? If we go to the weekly, you can see it a little bit better here. This was massive move up. We came this flush down and stopped right here. Yes, okay, not the best ever, but still ultimately it's higher than the previous week. Okay, so we're still in range. We're still on track over here when it comes to Bitcoin, and altcoins look like they're recovering. So let's have a look at some altcoins. Which altcoins I'm getting into? And I'm sorry, these altcoins are doing better than the rest of the market. I'm sorry, but I did convert into them, and I have some as well. These are, keep in mind, these are the coins I'm holding for this potential alt season that's coming, or for alts to run even if we don't have an alt season. I talked about this in video. I talk about, I'm looking at a selective alt season. I don't think we're going to have a full-blown alt season, or at least it's going to be selective. In other words, certain narratives, certain cryptocurrencies, there's too many for them to all pump at the same time. We're going to go by narratives, and certain cryptocurrencies are going to pump. It's impossible for them all to pump. This is why I don't look at Bitcoin dominance charts, by the way. I know a lot of people tell you, look at the Bitcoin dominance for your alt season. That's complete bullshit, because not all altcoins are going to run at the same time. It's impossible. It's not going to be like other years. If the coins down here, which are tens and tens of thousands, I don't even know how many altcoins are out there right now, start rug pulling and everything and getting into their chain coin, let's say Solana, let's say Sui, let's say Ethereum, and so on, these coins up here will run. A select few will always also run up here. Maybe some narrative coins like perpetual dexes and privacy, like we talked about for weeks now. And then essentially, as money comes into Bitcoin from seduction, the dominance of Bitcoin can actually go up and have an alt season, a selective alt season, or at least go sideways and have an alt season. So I don't look at Bitcoin dominance. Stop asking me about the Bitcoin dominance. It's outdated and lagging at best, okay? So let's go here and look at the altcoins. So, few of my positions. First of all, Zcash. Currently it looks down here, but if you go to the weekly, right, it's up 67% on the week. It actually saved you for in here. Also BNB. These two coins are very powerful, Zcash being extremely powerful. And I do think this has more upside, but always be wary to see if it goes down or makes a correction here, because it has gone up a lot. That said, I do have a shitload of Zcash, and even though my trading bot Zcash has got liquidated, even though they're doing very well, plus my leverage trade has got liquidated, at least I'm also holding Zcash, which ultimately kept me afloat, okay? I didn't lose that much, okay? Well, I lost a shitload, a lot of I know how an XRP maxi feels now that didn't, you know, when it didn't pump the last bull market. Let's put it that way. There was a big loss, but I'm ultimately making money, okay? Now, so the other one is Aster Coin. I do think the perpetual DEX narrative is going to come back. Now, I got out of most of my perpetual DEXs, and I kept Aster, Hype, obviously, and I also kept Bluefin, right? I got out of the other ones that we were talking about. I'm just going to bet on these three big ones. I don't want to be holding too many coins at this point. You can always take profits and get back in later. If you're seeing perpetual dexes go crazy and other perpetual dexes like on base and so on start going up, you can always get in those later, okay? Okay, this one here, Aether, I'm getting it airdropped to me anyway along with Beam because we have nodes and so on, but it does seem to be waking up. This is an AI gaming play. I got out of most of my gaming coins. I got out of almost all of them. If I have anything like change, like Super somewhere or something, I don't care about it. These are the ones I have, and Pixels, they've gone to shit anyway. As I was saying, it's going to be an AI, and now I'm seeing a perpetual DEX run. I think we're going to get out of AI, and AI might go up again. That's why I'm holding a couple of agents and so on, but ultimately I'm looking for a shift in narrative for this time in the market. So I am holding Cookie, I am holding Virtuals as my AI plays over here. And Beam is also an AI play over here, okay? Holding Ondo for RWA for now. I'm also holding AI Oz over here for Deepen. And Deep as a native play or ecosystem play to Sui. I'm still holding my Sui. And I'm still holding, I actually got into Linea because I do think that Linea is going to make a massive run, and this is going to coincide with an alt season if we have an alt season. And I think Linea is going to take a lot of market share, and I'll tell you why. Linea, it belongs to Consensus, and you're going to get a mask airdrop, and I think they're going to time this together with Linea and award Linea users as well. And Linea is now working with Swift. Sorry, XRP Army. I know I was talking shit for the last few years, right? But anyway, Linea is now confirmed, or at least confirmed to being tested with the Swift and so on. Why would they test on other or make deals with other chains if they already chose XRP. God, I don't know XRP. I mean, you tell me. But you know what I mean. That's why I'm getting into Linear as well. And if you got into Foxy and Linex, I know that went to shit. Those calls were early, and I said they were long-term calls. Also working on the Linear chain, betting on the Linear chain, taking market share. But we got wrecked on those coins. Though this airdrop and Linear might actually give life to those coins, or at least at the very least you might get an airdrop if you got back then with me. Maybe we get an airdrop and it ultimately works out. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I'm holding Bitcoin as not an altcoin. And a few more coins. And these are my biggest positions right now, Ethereum and so on. These are my biggest positions over here. Pengu I'm holding as a meme / utility. I even got out of my Doge. I got out of my Doge into Aster. Most of my altcoins got into Aster and Zcash, which looks red right now. I'm a bit pissed off. I wanted this video to be more celebrationary. Like I told you, but it's still up a lot. I'm just saying. But generally speaking, this is my main portfolio right now for alt season. Now, of course, I am holding other coins, and there are more coins that are not here. Okay, I'm not in Doge anymore, obviously, and a few more. But I'd ultimately go back in and out of these. I got out of ETHFi, got out of Cow a while ago in Arrow, got out of Powell a while ago, got out of Pump the other day into Aster Dex. I got out of all the stacks I'm holding because it's in my Bitcoin thing, so I'm not even touching this, and so on. So that's what I'm doing with my altcoins. And essentially I'm getting prepared for either alt season now, and I made a video saying it's either going to be this week or this month or something like that, otherwise it will never happen. And we're going to go to the end of the bull market, right? And I'm looking at the Bitcoin top coming end of this year, beginning 2026. Altcoins might run a couple of months more, we'll see. But essentially, I'm getting prepared for this. I'm getting prepared for this parabolic run. I could be taking profits on the way up. Everyone's going to start screaming extended cycle, super cycle, and I'm going to dump on your asses. And I'll dump 80, 90% of my positions, take out 80, 90% of my positions, and then just wait. And if it keeps on going up, no problem. I still have 20% in there, and I'll just take leverage trades on the break up to the upside. And if it continues, great, I'll make even more money. And that's the strategy I'm in. I've explained the strategy in other videos. I don't really want to get too technical here because I want to answer your questions in just 1 second. But that's ultimately it, right? So that's what I am doing right now. Couple of things I want to show you. First of all, I want to say super thank you to Cryptomatic. All right, not sponsored. This live stream is not sponsored, but they did send me this beautiful Bitcoin watch. Right here, it's automatic. Yeah, let me show it to you. Right, there you go. This is the Cryptomatic Jether. There's only 67 of these made in the world in this color. 210 in the collection set. So it's very, very rare watch. I'm super excited, super happy I'm going to be wearing this on events. It's a beautiful watch. I fell in love with this watch. If you want to check it out, I don't have a link or anything like that. There's no affiliate links. This is the watch, all right? This is the Cryptomatic. You can buy it. These are the colors that it's out. I have one of these ones over here. It's 210 watches, 42 pieces of each. Sorry, 42 in the entire world from each color. This one's also nice, the all orange, by the way. And yeah, you can only buy it with Bitcoin 0.021. Bitcoin's about $2,000 something, $2,500 or so. Check it out. It does go up in price, obviously, when Bitcoin goes up and down when Bitcoin goes down. But ultimately, it's pegged to Bitcoin because you can only buy it with Bitcoin. So check that if you want. And if you are in Dubai, end of the month, because on 27th of October, I'm going to be in Dubai for a few weeks or a couple of weeks. And I will be attending Blockchain Live. You can actually come to this. The link is in the description down below. And if you put Factor as your code, you'll get a discount on a discount. So if you click the link, you get a discount, but you also get an extra discount if you put Factor in the checkout. If you buy tickets over here, you'll see I have the VIP ticket. And yeah, we're going to be seeing Akon and everything. So look, $1,399, but you have a discount if you put my ticket, if you put Factor in this ticket over here. So you're going to get an even bigger discount. But it's a $2,000 ticket. You'll probably get around $1,000. And you got the normal tickets over here as well, standard in business if you prefer those. So check that out. Maybe I see you there. Let me give you a coin as well. A coin I believe is going to do extremely well. So you might want to get in on this. And it's a meme coin, and it's called Disco by Matt Fury. Now, let me tell you about this coin. It's very important before you run and jump and buy this. Somebody told me on my live stream yesterday and a couple of days before, or a day before, to check this out. And I saw the price action. I was like, wow, this is really holding up on this dump, because the dump was like somewhere around, where was it? Here. And this was just going up anyway. Now, here's the thing with this coin. Initially I thought it was a scam, and it might be a scam. And I thought it was going to be short-lived, and it might be short-lived. But this is what I liked. It's a Disco by Matt Fury. And if you actually go to the website here, this is Disco. So let me tell you about Disco, because this is what people may not understand about it. Why is Paul shilling Disco? Is it because it's Pepe's friend? No, it's not really. See, Pepe here, the actual cartoon was in 2005, and something called Boys Club, I don't know. It was a cartoon in 2005. Matt Fury actually created that cartoon. He owns all rights to Pepe. Now, Pepe Coin is not associated with Matt Fury. That was the community. But Matt Fury is associated with Disco because he actually created Disco. It's part of his company. So if you ask me, is there a next Pepe, or what is the next Pepe going to be? Well, it's already here. It's called Disco, technically. Now, will it do a Pepe price? Will it do a Pepe price run? We don't know that. It might not. This all depends on community and so on. If it's not a rug, this, that. But if you ask me what's the next Pepe, this is it. So I added that, a few hundred, I think about 500, and now I have about $500-600 worth of that, because I added a little bit. So I went very low, and I'm just holding it. I'm just holding it just in case it does a Pepe-like move, which I don't think it will, but it might do. It might get lucky. And it's money I don't give a shit, and I can lose. So it's called Disco by Fury. You can only get it on Uniswap, just like Pepe in the beginning. And the tokenomics is actually quite good, actually. And check it out. See if it's for you. See if you want to get in. I'll be making a video about it this week anyway. This coming week, I'll talk about it. I'll also talk about my portfolio more. And if it's for you, see if it is, because don't forget that I was one of the first, if not the first person to call Pepe in my videos. Oh my God, Paul, is this a strong statement? Are you sure? Yes, in April. I could show you in my channel right now. Back in April, I actually called Pepe Coin, and we did amazingly well with Pepe Coin. It was one of the videos that blew up. And no, it only got 1,200 views. That's the funny thing. So I called it, only 1,200 views. No one really took advantage, and Pepe did what it did. So if we go to, I don't need to show you. Do I need to show you? It's good. I know there's gonna be someone in the fucking comments being like, "Oh my God, what are you talking about? You never called Pepe." This is why I want to show you, but at the same time, I don't really want to waste time. So let me see if I can quickly find it by date or something. No, you can't. Okay, give me a second, because I know some idiot in the fucking comments going to be like, "Oh yeah, you're just talking about what your calls are, and how do we know we make these calls?" And that's how you talk like it. They just talk like this. That's how they talk. Right? Oh my God, what are you talking about? So yeah, you're going to have to bear with me because of the idiocy of other people. All right? I wouldn't normally do this. I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, "Oh yeah, cool. If you don't like it, you don't like it." But no. Because there's always a moron somewhere in my comments. They piss me off. So I'm going to show you this so you can eat it. Don't worry, we're getting there. It was a long time back. It was 2023, okay? So it was a long time back. So bear with me. It was in April. So the coin was released in April. And I called the coin in April. So we are now in April, and it should be somewhere here. Fuck's sake. Of course I can't find it now. That was September, that's why. February, March. Give me a second. Bear with me, guys, sorry. But I want to start shutting people up on my channel, because I'm Greek and I can't not be emotional about shit. All right, so now I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay, so, all right, look. Hidden altcoin gems and meme coins that will explode. This is the title. 24 April 2023. If I click this, you'll see right here I'm pointing to Pepe, and I talk about Pepe in the video as well. All right, so this is the video. If I click the video here.
Yes!
I was very eminent about it 2 years ago, and if you go to more, you'll see it. 24 April, this is when I called it. Okay, this is one of the first channels I ever called Pepe. You're welcome. So it just makes sense to call this, even if it doesn't make those incredible, massive profits, okay? Now, with that said, let's go back to the video and answer your questions, okay? Let me drink some coffee and answer your questions. Linear token prediction. There is no linear token prediction because we don't know. It goes by markets. I can't give you a prediction on a coin that just launched. It's impossible. And anybody that does is a fucking idiot because there's no technical analysis, no price history to go off of. The only thing I can say is it's going to keep on going up if it keeps on going up, and if it falls in narrative, and you kind of have to time it with the market, okay? This is why I don't do predictions on many coins, only a few, and the ones I'm more sure about, and that's why I have such a big success rate. We need you, Paul. Thank you very much. Crypto Clown World in the house. Check out his channel, by the way. Does some TA. Frankie says, are we still in the bull market? Yes, we are. We are still in the bull market technically. We don't know if we're going to go down or up or if this is the end right now. I explained my thesis in the beginning of the video. Watch it again. But we are in the bull market. Molly says, why don't you like Cardano? Why don't you think it can hit by the end of 2025? It's not that I don't like that card. Stop this, don't like this, don't like that. I don't like XRP because I don't like the scam marketing that XRP does and the lies they feed people. But it's not that I don't like Cardano. As a matter of fact, when XRP was going up, not the last bull market, the bull market before that, I was in XRP. And as it topped out, I converted into Cardano, and that kept on going. And I said Cardano's going to beat XRP. It's just that right now it's not running, and people are building on there, and there are other narratives. It's not that I don't like Cardano. It's just like I don't believe I think other coins are going to do better. That's all. Bull run till first quarter 2026. We hope so. We'll see. I think probably with altcoins, because they usually go a little bit more than Bitcoin, but then it ultimately dump like crazy. Like there's going to be a dump in Bitcoin. People are going to be like, okay, altcoins are still going up. Bitcoin's going to recover from here because of euphoria, and then Bitcoin's going to go down even more, and altcoins are going to ultimately get squished or squashed or slaughtered or whatever word you want to put in those quotation marks. Renan Montenegro, I don't think it's a reset. I think it will take a while. It might take a while, a couple of weeks, but you're always bearish, like a perma. So you're always bearish. Yeah, you're like a perma bear. I wouldn't be surprised. Renan Montenegro, I love you, man, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're like a bear. Like, because I see you in every video saying Bitcoin's going to go down, and this is the end. And it's like I don't know. Maybe you're a bear or a bear at heart. We'll see. Do bears talk? Can bears use computer? I don't know. Maybe it's a very, very, I don't know, evolutionized bear. Anyway, I love you, Rene. Hello, Paul. How are you doing, my friend? I'm doing great, man. Thank you, Mo Crypto. Chuck saying good morning. What's up, my man? Good morning, Harley. It's like alt season has begun due to coins recovering from recent dump. So it's going to take a while for you to recover in the sense that you have to understand that if you have an altcoin here and it goes down 50%, this might happen fast, by the way. I'm not saying it's going to take a while. I'm just going to explain something to you real quick. If you have an altcoin here and it goes down 50%, how much do you think it needs for it to go back to where it was before? It's not 50%. If you said 50%, you're wrong. Because think about it. You're here. It goes down 50%. If it goes 50% up from the current price, it goes to 75. So imagine if it goes down 90% or 70%. It needs a few X's for it to go up. So just so you understand, this is a coin. Goes down 50%. It needs to go up 100% for you just to break even. If it goes down 70%, it takes a few times for it to do 100% for you to break even, if that makes sense. But ultimately, they can run faster. I'm doing good. Abhishek, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Harry says, Factor Fam. What's up, Harry? Arhidia says, Yasu. Is alt season delayed? I mean, it's been delayed for like a while, man. Like, wait, did you just join crypto? Yeah, no, we'll see. It might start now, man. We'll see. We don't know. Will there be an alt season? Again, selective alt season. Was the dump due to insider trading? No, but amplified. You have the same birthday as me. Oh, awesome, man. We're buddies. Right, right. That's what I said. Bitcoin didn't even go down that much. Yeah. See, exactly. Pulse Chain real DeFi. Pulse Chain is real DeFi, but it's also you being really poor. Pulse Chain is not doing well, guys. Pulse Chain is going to shit. Like, why are you still in? Why are you still? I understand your conviction, because I was in Hex, I was in Pulse Chain, but you have to know when to say, okay, we were wrong, and I believe Pulse, it was wrong. It was wrong. It doesn't matter if it's real DeFi or not. If it's gone to shit, it doesn't matter. Even if, like, I'll give you an example. I'll give you another example, a more severe example. Let's say Bitcoin SV was the real Bitcoin. A lot of people talking about that back in the day, okay? It doesn't matter. Consensus chose Bitcoin Core. Now we have Bitcoin Core. It's going up in price. Everyone else is wrecked. Right? All other Bitcoin alternatives got wrecked or wannabes. So who gives a shit if it's real DeFi? There's a lot of real shit out there that won't do shit ever, if you know what I mean. When are you going to admit you were wrong and that Bitcoin is real, the only decentralized chain? I don't get it. Hey, Paul, I jumped back in this weekend. What a buy. Yeah, it's nice, man. Thank you. Well done, by the way. Hey, Paul, sorry if you answered this already. What do you think about the market today? I can't talk about all this. Market not over, short answer, but there's context to it. Please watch the video later. Is this pump real? Let's see if it's a dead cat bounce. So far, I'm seeing the pump. If it's a dead cat bounce that keeps on going down, ultimately we're going to get destroyed even more and go into a bear market. Maybe. We'll see. Hello, Paul. Love the factor. Thank you so much. Even strong altcoins dumped a lot. Atom really went. Yeah, but Atom wasn't really that strong. Look at Zcash. Zcash held up. BNB held up pretty well. There was a few coins, a few outliers out there. I talked about them in the beginning of the video. By the way, if you want to learn how to invest, trade, and think like me, and get access to the factor line, that's the indicator I actually use when I do TA in my live streams and in general, plus the one that told you to get out at 119 to 118,000. Make sure you check it out. Look, it's right here. Check it out. See if it's for you. You don't have to get it. I'm not going to be pushing it a lot. Read about it. See it. See if it's for you. If yes, join before the prices go up. That said, let's continue. I'm even going to take it off. I'm even going to take it off here so you don't think I'm pushing it too hard, because I want to have space so I can move my arms around. By the way, balloon. Birthday balloon. Yeah, okay, cool. What's up, California? Back uptrend in crypto. Yep, we'll see how it plays out. Right now, we're waiting to see if this is a dead cat bounce or continuation. I believe it's going to be a continuation. Yep, some alts dropped 70, 80%, 95%, even more. The ones I told you to get out of. And I was telling people to get out of. Yes, they did. I'm glad I'm getting these alerts of coins going up. Yeah, they're good. What's going on with crypto? I'm really confused. I explained in this video, dude. I just go watch it back from the beginning. I actually explained. I can't keep on explaining it over and over again. People are going to go crazy. I want to answer as many questions as I can. I'm not going to re-answer questions, because I want to answer as many questions as I can, because I know a lot of people have questions, and if I keep on answering the same one, time's going to run out. You know what I mean? Let's see what we have here. He is going to call me out about Zcash. I was going to, but I forgot. But I caught the other guys first. But yeah, also right. I told you about Zcash, man. I told you about Zcash. You were saying I was wrong. Whenever you say I'm wrong, have you like, I love you, man. I know you're like here all the time, man. I love you, right? I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, just so much, because I know you're here. I know you watch the factor line, and I know you watch my videos, and I know you respect me. I respect you, and I'm happy you're here, and I'm happy you come watch my channel. A lot of people were giving me shit about Zcash. Usually when you see that, I'm usually right. right? So just keep that in mind. Like, I am the factor. I am the crypto factor, after all. All right. Markets mooning, market makers are always clowning around. But that's in all markets, though. If a lot of people are crying manipulation, and I get it. A lot of people are crying manipulation. Did I switch on the heat? No. Guys, I'm gonna make some noise because it's hot as shit in here. All right. I'm sorry about the air conditioner. So, guys, a lot of people crying manipulation. All markets are manipulated to some sort. There's nothing new. Yeah, you're getting manipulated. All markets are manipulated. Get used to it. It's part of the game. Stop crying about manipulation. Hit the like button if you understand that in all markets, in some sort of shape or form, there's manipulation. Right? They're always. All markets. Okay? Ethereum refuses to stay below 4,000. Panic is over. Let's see. I hope so. Why did Zcash come out of nowhere? Well, privacy. There's a privacy narrative. People are scared about their privacy. And they also have a new tech that they just built where you can put money into your wallet, your Zcash wallet using Zcash, and actually shield it so suddenly no one can see how much money you have. So then you can send it anywhere else you want. So you can actually hide your crypto. And it's the easiest tech and you can use it and implement it on other projects. Plus, it's a Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin copy kind of thing, right? So you gotta check that out. Giggle went up to Z. Hi, Paul. Any thoughts of Giga Chad? Nope. Sorry for the abrupt answer, but I don't. At least Ethereum is back over 4K. You are clever, Paul. You had luck this time. Yep. I was also unlucky. I always because my trades got liquidated. My leverage trades got liquidated, even though they were 3x, and my bots got liquidated. So not as smart, not as lucky as you think, but lucky because I was getting ready for the move. And even though I didn't take the full move because I said, okay, I'll wait till Monday because of the weekend. I had my birthday party today and so on. Unfortunately, I missed the big bulk. I would have been much better because I wanted to get out of those trades. I wanted to convert more. It's a long story, right? I bought a lot of virtual protocol at 95 cents. What's your thought on that? They could go up with an AI run or an AI agent run. I mean, it's a base it's the base chain currency of a marketplace. So if AI agents start running up, it'll do well. Just look to diversify in the coins. I told you, I'm also in virtuals, by the way, if that helps. Omar, hello, your thoughts on Zen and... why would I give thoughts on coins that I just proved to you which coins are the strongest? We were the best performing portfolio in this dump. Why would I look at other... I don't get it. I just gave you... Sorry, don't take this personally. I just go crazy sometimes. Let's say I make a Zcash video, and if you watch the Zcash video, I said that it's going to keep on going up. And I said it's going to go up a lot more. I think it was $144 when I said that. And then I gave it, what about this? What about that? Do you think, fucking look at the coin I'm telling you. Look at Astercoin. When I was telling you about Astercoin at 44 cents, went to 65 cents, I said buy again. Went to 90 cents, I said buy again. It's going to go, I went all the way up to $2. But while it was going up, what about this? What about that? The guys, I just gave you a coin. I just showed you my portfolio that I'm really more strong. Why would I get into other coins? Who cares what I think about other coins? I tell you the coins that I see on this channel. I don't get it. I don't get this mindset. I really don't. Get into the... Why should I look at the coins that you think are good when I'm telling you the coins that I think are good are these, and you should be looking at these coins? You tell me, why don't go look at these coins? No, look at these ones over here. It's like you're in a bar. You're in a bar and you see two amazing, beautiful women. All right? And they're both equally attractive. All right? But one's blonde, one's brunette. Okay? Now, the blonde's a bit drunk, a little bit whatever, and she's talking to all the guys over there. And the brunette, she's hardly, and she's looking at you, and she's stroking her hair and showing you her wrist, and she's smiling at you, maybe locked eyes a couple of times. The other one's being a bitch and whatever. And there's some other fucking loser girls on the other side over there, just fucking drunk and fucking stupid, like going around, like dancing with guys. And the brunette's on her own, and no one's talking to her. Why the fuck are you going to all the girls over here and the fucking blunt slut with a beautiful brunette is just looking at you right here in your eyes, giving you all the signals? She's like, you could fuck her that night, but you're looking at the other girls over there. Why? Go to the brunette. Have a good time. Maybe she's Zcash. Maybe she's Bitcoin. If she's Bitcoin, marry the bitch. If she's another altcoin, maybe you want to get into a relationship and see how it goes and maybe get out of the relationship later on and look at other coins. But if not, it might be the one. Why are you looking at the sluts? Why are you looking at the $2 hookers from Taiwan when you have a beautiful female over here? It doesn't make sense to me. Why? Why? Oh my God. Pengu, more of a meme coin. It's a meme coin, but it has a product, and that product can bring adoption to Pengu because it's in Walmart and so on. Like Pengu has products. They have these little dolls and everything, and they do a massive marketing. They're actually pretty cool. Plus, they have money coming in, which is pretty cool. Hello, what's up? Says Ayush. Trade bread for Pengu? Maybe. That's a base play though. So maybe not. Matt Fury is also great Eastern exercise. Is he? I didn't know that. Price prediction for Ethereum, Solana, and Doge. I got out of Doge. I think Solana's going to go up to $700 to $800, maybe $900 by the end of the bull run. And Ethereum, I was saying 8,000 to 10,000 by the end of the bull run. But we'll see. That's if there's a continuation. It's not the top, okay? Do you think the total wiping out of leverage in the crash is a good? Yes, I think it's needed to happen. It was needed to happen. We were expecting a dump anyway, and we got it in a different. We got it in a very different way than I expected, but we got the dump. I thought we could time it a little bit better, but it happened too fast. Bitcoin at almost 114,000. Yeah, if we close above 111.40, we need to close up to 117K, dude. 117K. We need to close up above it for confidence to come back, and ultimately above 120K. Do you have a price prediction? No, I do not, because I'm not. I don't have a price prediction for NEAR or ADA, and I'm not in either of them. Let's go with that Lambo. Let's get with that later. I'm making a shepherd's pie. Okay, cool, awesome. Retail FOMO when? We are the retail, guys. We are the retail. Don't kid yourselves. More people might come in, and that will be the end of the market. Oh, retail might come in after this week's shenanigans. Don't be so quick. I mean, every bubble, they usually come in towards the top of the bubble. This time they're a bit late. What's the likelihood of 70% maybe? 50-50, dude. Or 60-40. I'm 60-40. A lot of people will tell you it's 80-20. I'm 60-40 that we're going to have it soon. Look, let me rephrase that. Let me take that back. If we don't get an altcoin season now, and I said this last week, and when I say now, I mean this week, this month, maybe next month tops, we're not going to get an alt season, okay? Unless we have an extended cycle, which I don't think so. So it's now or never, in my opinion. Tau handled the crash pretty well. Yeah. Tau is. I don't have Tau, but it's a pretty good coin. I like the coin. Link went to 0 versus Bitcoin. The power. Wow. Crypto equals everything is possible. Very true. I heard that this dump was the biggest in crypto history. It was the most liquidations in Bitcoin history. I'm not sure if the candle was the biggest one, but liquidations it was. How about the BNB meme coins? What about them? BNB could do well. Meme coins on there could do well. I'm not in meme coins right now. I told you which ones I'm holding. I took profits of... Whoa! Very good, Harry. Well done, man. Nice. When I saw Zcash pumping so hard, I knew there was a big dump coming. That's actually an observation of something that people could have thought of. That was actually very, very good thinking. I didn't think of that, by the way. Very good observation. What's Zcash doing now, by the way? Real quick, let me see. Where is it? Why isn't Zcash in my... Oh, because I'm in favorites. I want to go to my alt season bag. So Zcash is down 5.7%. Are you saying that Zcash is going to crash now that everything else is going up? That would be fucked up. I'd be so pissed off. Especially since I have a massive, massive bag of... Well, still, Zcash went up 59% this week, so 5.7% down in a day is normal, I guess. I sold my Arrow to supplement Virtuous Protocol. Hope I don't regret that. I mean, if you had small amounts of both, it just makes more sense anyway. You don't want to be you don't want to be holding too small amounts because you can't really take profits on the way up and everything. You want to have more positioning, if that makes sense. So you probably didn't make a mistake. Aster analysis from here. Aster can do very, very well. How about that? There's no price predictions. If it go, okay, let me explain something. Aster is a new coin, so there's no price history. And if it keeps on going up, breaking all-time highs, it's going to be in blue sky breakout constantly until price discovery. So it can just keep on going up for months. And just, there's no analysis you can do. You could use Fibonacci maybe, but it's bullshit. You just can't. You could just look at the markets are doing well, how it's performing against the markets. If it keeps on going up, you just stay in. And once there's a topping sort of pattern, maybe you can get out and just try and time it by looking at other altcoins. I explain all this in my course. Again, I have this course over here. Check it out. Scan it on your phone, check it out, or click the link in the description down below after the live stream. Check it out. It's worth looking into. Even if you don't buy it, just take a look. Take a look for me, okay? Let's see. Bitcoin over 114. Good week. Let's see. Those alt season should start ASAP. Good explanation with the girls. Did you maybe a little bit? I had some last night. Paul, I bought Aster at 190. You should sell at $4 to $5. You should take profits or your initial at $4 to $5 if it gets there, maybe $3.40, and then I'm looking at $9, man. I could even do more than that. So I'm just holding to see what. At this point, my Aster position is what's going to make me rich or richer in this alt season if we have one, if I'm correct about it. A few other coins too, of course, or at least that's what I'm expecting. I could be completely wrong. I took profits and sold. Awesome. Now she's in to start. All right. So Aster up 17% on the day. Hype also up. Bluefin kind of trying to make a comeback here, but it went down a lot this week. Hype looking a little bit better, even though that went down a lot this week. Aster looking like the most powerful one this week. Zcash, even though it's down today, if you look at the weekly, did very well and held up very well during this dump. So my biggest convictions here is Aster, Hype, BNB, Zcash, of course, even though it's down right now, and a couple of more we talked about. I'll get more specific in other videos. And with that said, thank you very much. Make sure you check out my course over here, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.